worked for United Helpers for 17 years. I'm an LPN supervisor at the High Street ICF in Morristown. So I've been an LPN since 2007. When I first got my LPN, I was an MCRA over in Lisbon. Here in the facility, I ensure that the 11 residents that are here get the medical attentions, appointments that they need, follow up with any injuries. We go on the medical appointments. I go out to, whether it's just to interact and have time with the residents, or to go up and answer any questions that the med-certs have, because our med-certs pass meds to the residents. So any questions like that or anything that we're running low on, they come back to let me know so I can order it. I originally found out about United Helpers through my sister, who was working for United Helpers at the time. It took me a while to get in. I did phone calls almost every day to the program manager over at number 5, who had my application. I think she finally let me in because she was annoying. I did not stop calling. Every day I called. I was persistent I was going to get in. When I first got in, I was scared. It was not what I expected. But then I kept saying, I'm not going to be there forever. 17 years later, and I'm still here and loving it. I started when I was 20. It was before I had kids. I hadn't been around people with disabilities. It can be fun. It can be challenging. You know, sometimes it takes a while to get to know them and understand them and be able to read them when they can't talk, when they're nonverbal. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult, but once you get to know who they are and you know their personalities, it's like going in to be with your own family. You know, they joke, they play, that you know what makes them happy. Doing that makes your day a lot better. I started in this facility in '97, and I started out in a 20-hour day position. I was a CRA, doing the everyday care needs, doing outings, going on medicals with the residents. I then went into the 40-hour midnight position, which was MCRA. When I put in for the 40-hour midnight, the program manager at the time asked me if I would feel comfortable doing the med certification class. He told me that he really thought that I would be able to do it and complete that. So we went with that. Then I worked on the floor and stayed med certified. I was really happy doing that. United Helpers put me through the LPN program. They paid for my schooling. The course, I was able to work part-time, get paid full-time hours, go to school full-time. So when they had brought that out and roundabout and was asking people, I told them that I'd be interested. They jumped onto the opportunity to let me go, as I jumped onto their opportunity to allow me to go. They paid for the course for us to go for the math. It was like a pre-math to help with the test, so they paid for that. They paid for everything we needed for school. They did really well with that, and I worked it was 7 days a week, because I went to school at 5 and worked every weekend. And I had one child in school and one child that hadn't started school yet, so I had a busy home life as well. From then, once I got out, I went to a day-evening position. I stayed there until I came here into activities, where I interacted with the residents, did a lot of the outing, shopping, camping, bringing residents to families up in Long Island, stuff like that. And then I took over the LPN supervisor position here in October. I could have never did it if United Helpers wouldn't have offered